This is my Sony MDR-XB950, and here's my honest review of it after 7 years of usage. Let's start with the build quality. You can obviously see that the leather at the top here has started to rip. The cushion underneath is still fine, but the leather is starting to come apart. That's reasonable after so much usage. It does have a creak in the headband, and it's had that since day one, if I remember correctly. That's not really something that's happened over time. It also have quite a bit of movement back and forth like this. And if you hold on right here and move it, you can actually see that this here, this connection right here has a little bit of play in it. They do swivel around. If you flip them over, they swivel around like this, so you can lay them flat. It does have an extendable headband. It goes to pretty big size and then also to very little. And then the headband itself, I guess to make that function properly, they have a little groove in here, which I don't really like. And then this top is kind of like a brushed metal kind of appearance, which doesn't have any scuffs or scratches in it yet, so that's held up very well. The leather material on the cushions here is also held up very well. There's no rips or any kind of threadbare spots or anything. So this is obviously here not real leather, or it would have come apart by now. And the earphones are very large, so your ear actually sits inside of here, and these cushions go around your ears. So taking a look at the speakers themselves here and the speaker section, so they do swivel like this a little bit obviously, and then like this. This has kind of like that kind of material here. It's also still holding up pretty well, not very scuffed up or anything. The Sony logo is not just a sticker on there, it's actually solidly put on there, so it's not coming off. And then these cushions have also held up very well. There's no tears or anything, it's not peeling off. And these are actually very large. They have very much cushion, but when they're on your head, these cushions actually don't compress very much. They just compress a little bit. So your ear sits very comfortably inside of here. It's not being pressed. I've had some other sets before that are over the ear or on the ear headsets, where these cups here are smaller, so they're sitting on your ear, and over time that constant pressure on your ears starts to really hurt. And these are very comfortable even with hours at a time of usage. I haven't had any kind of fatigue or any kind of discomfort. Here's me wearing them. There's actually a bit of sound cancellation going on, but it's just kind of because my ears are completely covered. And as you can see on the side here, my ears are completely covered. They're a bit more, I guess you could say, on the bulkier side, because this cushion, when it's resting against your head, it doesn't compress very much. It doesn't push in very much, so there's still a lot of room between my ear and the speaker inside there. So these are very comfortable to wear for long periods of time. I've worn these for probably hours non-stop without any kind of fatigue or any kind of pain on my ear, because this is pretty much almost not even touching my ear. This is still the very old pair that has a 3.5mm headphone jack. I use this with my piano, so it works very well for me. If you would want to make this Bluetooth compatible, you could get a Bluetooth receiver like this here, and you plug the headphones in there, and you connect this to your phone, and whatever you use this with now has Bluetooth. You obviously still have that cable to mess around with, but they also come with Bluetooth nowadays. So without the cable, there's newer sets. Obviously this is a very old set, but even though it is old and has a lot of usage, it's still working perfectly. Audio quality is still perfect. The bass is very rich. I actually compared these to a Bose Quiet Comfort 35 set, which I bought around the same time. Now this cost me about 150 Canadian dollars at the time of purchase, and the Bose set was 350 Canadian dollars. And I actually preferred the bass and the audio quality of these ones. I am a very big fan of bass, so I chose these over the Bose because these actually had a much richer bass than the Bose set. Obviously the Bose set was much more comfortable, higher build quality, but the audio quality is what I preferred on these. So I actually sold my Bose set and stuck with these instead. Would I still buy these today? Definitely. I've had some other Sony products in the past, like Bluetooth speakers. I occasionally had some connectivity issues where it wouldn't connect to my phone or the speakers wouldn't connect to each other. But other than that, the build quality has always been very good and the audio quality as well. So would I still recommend buying this? Definitely yes.